Hi you guys, my name is Kiana Simone and I'm back at it again with another video for my channel. And if you are just now tuning into my channel, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you've been here before, I'm glad that you're back. So today I wanted to talk about being successful, and this is just based off of like my personal ideas along with things that I've read in self-help books, because I used to be into like fictional books, but now I'm just in a point where if I'm reading something, I don't want to be wasting my time on something that I don't feel like is going to exactly help me. So pretty much I have 5 different things. So if you see me looking down, yeah, but I'm probably gonna, yeah. Okay, so pretty much like I said, this is the foundation of success. So the first step is becoming a no person. Becoming a no person is really hard because we're basically in a society where you're expected to help other people, and most people are people pleasers. You're expected to pretty much bend backwards for people that you may work with or just people that are in your life. And at the end of the day, you're gonna have to learn how to say no to people in order for you to gain what you want in life. It's very hard. I'm still working on it myself, but I've gotten to the point where if I don't feel like talking to anyone, I don't feel like hanging out with anyone, I will just, first of all, if I don't want to do it, I'm going to tell you like, hey, I don't want to do it. If we make a plan and we decide, hey, let's go do this, and I decide, oh, I am behind on homework, or I'm behind on different like projects that I'm working on, then I'm gonna be like, hey, like I know we planned this, but can we do something else, or can we do this another day? Especially if we're doing it as a group, then I'm more inclined to just be like, hey, I'm just not gonna come. If it's one-on-one, more than likely I will go, just because of the fact that I prefer one-on-one friendships or like interactions with people, just because it is easier to me versus a group, because then you have to like ensure that everybody's fine. And I just feel like I can just talk more freely with people that I'm interacting with one-on-one versus when there's like 2 people around, because then it's just like, okay, like I'm more of an eye contact person. But I digress. What I'm saying is that you need to learn how to say no, because saying no will allow you to enforce your boundaries. And if you can't say no to something, give an alternative. Be like, hey, I know you want to do this, but I don't have the time for that right now. Can we do this another day? Or if someone's asking you at work, like, hey, can you do this project for me? You can be like, hey, I don't have the time for this project because of the other projects that I've been given. So can you give it to what's her name, because I know that she's been wanting to be more involved with work life, or just wanting to put her hands on projects herself. So, but overall, saying no is so hard because I am a people pleaser, and I feel like I grew up with like people pleasers. So it's just like I feel like a bitch when I'm like, no, I don't want to do that, or no, like I'm not going, or no, I don't want to talk to you on phone. And sometimes I just turn my phone off. Like I just don't have time for it. Even my watch, I'll turn my watch off, I'll turn my phone off, and I'll just be sitting in my house or my apartment chilling, doing exactly what I want to do, because that's one form of self-care, is me being alone and just saying like, hey, like, no, I don't want to do that project. No, this is not going to benefit me in any way, and no, I don't want to fuck with you because this, that, and the third. But yeah, it's really hard. I know it is, but saying no will help you become the person that you would like to become, because you're gonna end up doing things that you would actually like to do, versus if you say yes all the time, that means you're pretty much a people pleaser. So that's it for that one. Next thing is focusing on one task at a time. So like I said before in the last one, that I pretty much turn off my phone whenever I just want to be alone. I also do that when I am trying to do homework or I'm trying to work on my YouTube channel, just because sometimes people blow up my phone and they cannot take the hint that I don't want to talk to them, or I just forget to turn it off. Like, so it'll just be like ding ding ding. So I just turn my phone off altogether. Sometimes I turn it off while I'm at work. If I just don't want to talk to someone, I will turn my phone off. I don't know if that's a healthy coping mechanism, but for me, that's how I'm able to focus on one task, and that is how I'm able to just get the task done the most efficient and proficient way possible. Just because I do not believe in multitasking. When it comes to multitasking, whether you're writing a paper and watching TV, those two things, like, it's possible to do, but you're going to end up losing some of the attention, whether it's from writing the paper or it's to the TV, to one of those tasks. So one task is going to end up better than the other, or you're just going to retain more information from another one versus the other one. And typically when you're watching TV and writing a paper, you're more than likely going to be getting enticed by the TV show, just because of the fact that it's just like, if you're putting on a TV show, it's something that you want to watch. It's not just some random thing. Well it's not, but that's why I understand when people say like, oh, you shouldn't watch TV while you're at work, or etc., because you're gonna be trying to focus on two things at once, and you're gonna end up making a mistake on the main thing. So when you're trying to succeed on something, you just need to focus on it and give all your attention to it. And it's gonna be hard because, like, you're gonna just be like, oh, like, I want this to be done with. But if you're watching TV, or you're texting someone, or you're doing two things at once, more than likely you're going to basically prolong those two tasks, especially if it's work, or if it's homework, or if it's you trying to figure something out. So that's why I think it's very important for you to focus on one task or one project and give it your all, just because something is going to get lost in this whole situation. Something is not going to be done to the best of its ability, and it's just going to be because you're distracted. You're trying to think about two different things at once. Next is, a healthy environment is very imperative for success to occur. So I made a video about how birds of a feather flock together, and I realized that whenever I see like a group of people and there's like one person that has like a lot of drama going on in their life, more than likely that drama is going to follow between that whole group, just because of the fact that I'm a firm believer that energy transfers. If you hang around with negative people who have negative energy, then more than likely you're gonna absorb that negative energy. Like, you're gonna start having that mindset, you're gonna start having the same mannerisms as them, and it's just not gonna work well for you, because if that person is negative, then you're going to turn negative. And if that person is not supporting you in your dreams, or just not a supportive relationship, like, hey, I know that you wanted to do schoolwork and you're not doing schoolwork, so like, what is going on? Like, if someone's not holding you accountable, then it's just like, I don't understand like why you would want to be in a friendship or a relationship with that person. Because for me, if I'm in a relationship with someone, or I am friends with someone, I want them to bring out the best in me and be able to tell me when I'm fucking up. And I'm so thankful that I do have friends like that. So yeah, your environment includes the people that you're around, along with just like where you place yourself in the world. Like, along with like saying like, oh, if you hang out with this person and they're very motivated, then more than likely they're gonna rub off on you, and you're gonna want to be like them. Because most of the time when you hang out with someone a lot, then you guys end up being like the same people, just because of the fact that you guys are basically exchanging mannerisms and like getting to know each other. And more than likely, if they're negative, they're going to enable any negative things that you tend to do. So yeah, be mindful about who you surround yourself. And this can even happen at work. Like, you could have a negative work environment where you're around people that are just like, oh my gosh, I hate work all the time, and then you're gonna start hating work just because you're like, this person always says that they hate work, and now I'm starting to hate it because I hear them saying negative things. And you can, energy rubs off. That's all I'm gonna say. Next, number 4, letting chaos occur is very important. And when I say this, I mean that when you are focusing on one thing, excuse me, everything else that you're not focusing on is going to run rampant. You're going to end up slacking in one way or another. So the best way to fix the chaos is to have a set schedule, and understanding that the schedule will have to fluctuate depending on what is occurring in the moment or in that day that you have created it for. Just because depending on what your job is, you may have different hours, etc. But you just have to be comfortable with understanding that what you want to do or what you want to succeed in will not always be like a straight shot. There will be ups and downs, and you'll just have to figure out exactly how much you want this and work towards it, and understand that not everything is going to be perfect. Life is a fucking roller coaster ride, and you just need to stay the fuck on it. So the next one is being physically and mentally healthy, and this is the last one. I think this is really important, and this is the most important one to me. I mean, they're all important, but I feel like these two things are very important, because whenever I lose energy or like my mental state goes down, then it's just really hard for me to succeed in anything or just put any type of energy into it. So I don't know if you guys know this, I love to go to the gym. When I do not go to the gym, I get really depressed, I get really upset, and I get really sad, and it makes me want to cry all the time, because I'm just like, damn, like I'm a fucking failure. But in reality, I just need to reset and just not put too much on myself. But I do notice that when I do go to the gym, I'm more like happier, I'm ready to get the day going, especially if I work out in the morning, because I have to wake up at like 4 if I go. It's just like, okay, I'm already proud of myself for waking up at 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning just to go to the gym. Then I'm just like, okay, I work out, I do my workout routine, and then I'm just like, okay, bet. And then I go fix me some breakfast, because breakfast is the most important meal of the day. And I notice that if I don't eat like enough, that I get really crabby. That, and if I don't sleep enough, which is really important, is to at least get 6 to 8 hours a day of sleep. And I just feel like sleep is very important to me. Like, I can sleep all day. Obviously that's not healthy, but what I'm saying is that I notice that when I am not getting enough sleep, when I'm not getting enough food into my like diet or to in my day, and I'm not pretty much stepping aside and evaluating my emotions, along with not being physically active, my energy goes to 0. And I'm just like, okay, now I just don't want to do anything. I just want to cry in my bed and sleep all day. And that cannot happen because we have goals. So it's very important for you to have some type of routine that involves some type of exercise, whether it's walking around the neighborhood or going to lift some weights. I love to lift weights, along with making sure you're getting at least 3 meals a day and eating when you're hungry. Don't eat when you're not hungry, because it's just, I feel like that's so unnecessary unless you're trying to like bulk or something. But I'm like the type of person that I only eat when I'm hungry, but I do force myself to eat sometimes, because I could literally live off of 1 meal a day, but it's not healthy. So eat at least 3 to 4 meals a day and work out and just live, have a schedule, be mentally there write how you feel. That's literally what I do sometimes. I'll write how I feel. Do something creative that helps you be in a better mood. This is YouTube for me, is that I make videos and I'm like, oh my gosh, like I look good, and I am just happy to be talking to y'all, like whether, yeah. So yeah, I really hope you understand that these are the things that you need to succeed, and I hope you guys enjoy this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.